All right, Kevin, with me, myself, and my vinyl. It's been a minute since I posted my last video. Um, I'm gonna jump on a thread here. Operation Vinyl Community, started by Profe. First and foremost, you may see that got myself a new chair here. My wife and I, we hit 9 years married. Our anniversary was just this past week. And she got me this nice new comfy chair. 9 years, she said, was leather, a gift of leather. This isn't actually leather, but it's something very similar. So thank you, honey. I appreciate my new listening chair. It's actually saved me quite a bit of room in here. But shout out to my wife. I love you, Nicole. Well, Chris wanted us to just talk about three channels that you think are deserving of some shout outs. So I'm gonna jump on this thread. I think it's great when anybody promotes other channels. um, I got started because basically I did a contest for JC at the Flip Side, and he actually shouted me out here, so thank you, JC. I also got another shout out recently from Drew at Diamond Needles. He listed me as one of his three as well. So I appreciate all the support. And, I do this because I enjoy it. I don't have a very, regimented schedule, and it's kind of just when I can. It's been pretty hectic with work and life and stuff with my two little kids, and just running around like an idiot sometimes. Last thing I want to do is post a video, but work's about to slow down, so hopefully we'll be a little bit more frequent with my videos. Doesn't mean I haven't stopped buying stuff and listening to stuff. It just means that I haven't taken the time to talk about it. So three channels, Chris Profe's thread. I'm just gonna actually have a couple more, just because I've found new channels recently, and ones that I've watched quite often that I really do enjoy. And I'm going to start out with Mika at Dr. October. He's at like 850 subs, and I I've really been getting into his stuff. He made a video about somebody in his attic, and I lost it. I thought it was great. It was hilarious. So I've been watching his Dr. October's channel quite often, and he's in. I'm not exactly sure where he's at. I believe he's in Europe, but it's a funny channel. It's a good channel, and it's stuff that I don't normally see. So it's a lot of European music and stuff like that. So it's interesting, just because we don't get a lot of that kind of stuff in the States sometimes. So all right. So I'm trying to think. Let me go here. One I just recently found was John at Surface Noise. He actually he has a subscription to Vinyl Me Please, and I actually was looking into it, and that's kind of how I found his channel. So he's been showing. I've been going through some of his catalog and seeing some of the stuff that he's gotten from Vinyl Me Please, and more on that in a future video. And then also Drew at Diamond Needle. Sorry, I got my notes right here. Actually, I have a few, but Drew, he's kind of like me. He kind of posts when he can. He's more into hip hop than I am. So, just because I don't really listen to a whole lot of hip hop doesn't mean that I'm not interested in what he has to say about certain records and stuff like that. And it kind of piques my interest about some things, like some groups like Outkast or something like that. He was showing one, like, maybe I need to pick that up. So Drew also, he gave me a shout out, so thank you, Drew. I appreciate you watching my videos and for the support. I appreciate that. So go sub him up. He's at like 140 right now. So Ty at Low Budget Vinyl Channel. Right now, currently when I'm making this, he's at 128 subs. He puts out like daily videos. He's sitting there pounding coffee and talking about whatever. I mean, I feel like you could just sit there and have a conversation with him all day long about anything. He's a talker, so I love it. I know I think he may have to change his channel name from Low Budget Channel, Vinyl Channel, because he's buying a lot of records lately. I'm watching you, you know, and I don't. What kind of low budget do you have? I also called him out in one of my videos, asking him about his band too. Hate for State, I think, is the name of the band. He wears a hat that has that on there sometimes. You know, him and his dog are hanging out in his record room, and you know, I really enjoy his channels. You know, I gotta have more than 10 minutes though, because he's a talker. So keep doing what you're doing, Ty. I love your channel. One I just recently found this week actually is Steve Westman, and he's at 124 subs. He talks about a lot of audiophile stuff, a lot of MoFi stuff. It's interesting. He has some thoughts. His most recent video was about like the latest MoFi pressing that he believes is going to hit like $1,000 here soon, and it was a Bob Dylan record that kind of came out last October in 2020. It was limited to like 1,000 copies or something, but it was interesting take. You know, I mean, who knows what these records are going to go for sometimes. Sometimes these oddball records or, you know, limited releases or whatever is cause for, you know, some of these releases to skyrocket. It's kind of crazy. But that's Steve Westman. He's at 124 subs, if I didn't mention that. And lastly, I picked up a channel. It's called Radio Wasteland. It's actually a Midland, Michigan, I believe. It's a record store. They're at like 350 subs right now, but Jim Gleason's the guy who does the channel. I believe he's the owner of the record store. He does some of these, you know, he does like some of these, you know, vinyl release videos and stuff like that because he owns a record store. But he also does like an actual, like, it's almost like a podcast, or, you know, he does these, you know, video podcasts or whatever the term is for it. But it's like a radio show. I believe he was in radio at one point, and his show is called The Record Show. I think he does one a week, and it really is interesting. He's done some great interviews with some musicians. I actually found his channel because I'm a big Black Crowes fan, and he had Steve Gorman on talking about his book when it came out. I think it was in 2019, and I just was, you know, on a kick. I just finished the book, and I just searched Steve Gorman, and, you know, that interview came up, and it was actually a really good interview. So I was really interested, and I think he does it with his daughter at the record show too. Like, they talk about releases. You know, he's an older gentleman, not old, but he's probably in his, you know, late 40s, early 50s, and I believe his daughter is now, she may have just gotten out of college, but they do like a show together, and, you know, you get the younger generation talking about music that's coming out, and the older generation, they kind of talk, and they have a really good rapport. I mean, they're father and daughter, but some interesting talk. So, all right, Chris, thanks for throwing this out there. I love your channel as well. I've been watching Chris's channel for about a year now. I think, you know, it was during the pandemic that I found his channel. You know, however I'm finding channels these days, but sometimes they just pop up and something grabs me, and you know, you just continue watching, going down that rabbit hole. You know, look, see their videos and kind of go through all of them, and, you know, what's good, and, you know, what kind of grabs you. So thank you for all your support out there. Those of you who watch my videos, I really do appreciate it. You know, I don't take myself too seriously about all this, and that might be why, you know, you don't see my face that often, but I do appreciate all of you out there who do watch my videos. I have a ton of stuff that I need to show here. I got a bunch of unboxings. I've got so much stuff here now that I don't even know what's in these boxes. So maybe we'll do like an unboxing, mail call, whatever, pretty soon here. So, all right. Thanks again. I'll see you soon. Bye.